Hey there, YouTubes. We are back in the Twilight Forest. We're going to try and finish up some of these bosses. Um, the sparks are a little overactive tonight, so I just threw out another cube, hopefully this time to light up what should be a goblin fortress, or whatever you want to call it, beneath us. So it's around here somewhere. We'll start here, give it some time to light things up, and then go see what else is going on. Sometimes these things spark a lot, and sometimes they don't. Just found it sort of interesting and pretty to watch all the sparks fly off of it. I'm going to find the entrance. We're going to try and lean this up a bit, because I know probably people have seen the Twilight Forest and done it. So we're going to try and lean this up a bit. I just want to show you the stuff that's sort of unique to me, like loving cave illuminators and that kind of thing. So I'm going to beat my way down through the trees, see if I can find an entrance. And then I'm going to mostly, hopefully we'll light this thing up well enough that it won't be too much of a fight to move around in there. So I'll just look for the bosses and hopefully film the boss fight. Be right back. And I came down through the branches and right into an area that looks like it has a very good shot of being the entrance. So we're looking for some stairs that go down. Haha, no. Something is wrong. Somewhere around here. Aha, that's what we're looking for. So now what we need to do is, you can't break through this, I don't think. Yeah, it's unbreakable. So you have to put down a... Let's go ahead and use this Hydra head. Put that on there, and then that opens up that. I guess when I click on the Hydra head, it makes a little noise. So now I think we can take back our Hydra head and the pedestal. And keep that for our trophies. And now we have the ability to come down into the... I'm going to go ahead and grab this in case we need to come back up to the top. I'm going to reset the teleportation point to right here, and then I'm going to test it. Alright, so now we've got a way to come back to the top. And then I'm going to put this stuff away real quick. That, and I think put away all that. Yes, good. And then let's head down and in. So there's going to be some monsters left over because I just lit this up and monsters had spawned before I lit it up. So I'm going to pause here, and since I want to sort of speed run this, I don't want to head around a bunch of maze fighting a bunch of stuff. I'm going to go ahead and pause here and head back and check on my calcium sulfate and do a few other things, and then I'll teleport back here using the point I just saved, and we'll run through this in the absence of most monsters. And I'll be back in a bit. Alright, well, I'm waiting for the Goblin Keep stuff to despawn. We have, thanks to our stuff, we have gotten a bunch of rewards. Might as well see what we get. Another mob masher called the Minotaur Axe, which is another quest. Yay. Ooh, all sorts of dimensional stuff. We got our Meat Stroganoff, Vampire Killer Arrows. We got the Maze Breaker, Sound Muffler, cool. Golden Minotaur Axe. Some Primal Void Stone. That looks nice and creepy. Fiery Blood. That was from the Hydra, I believe. Another target. And for bosses, we've got the Hydra. Target chest plate. And then the minnow shroom. Ooh, a present. Did we get all the stuff? Yeah, we got all the stuff. What's in the present, I wonder? Is that something I right-click to open? Well, I placed it. Santa White. Candy canes from the Betweenland. Alright, cool. Food that I have not eaten. Always down for some food that I haven't eaten. Cool, cool. So we got stuff. Don't think this is anything that we super need, but it's interesting. Throw that all in here. Keep one of those and throw the rest of that there. And stow some stuff. Can probably put the maze breaker away for now. So I'm trying to remember what is good. I think if I want to find the bosses in the Goblin Fortress that we're going into, I seem to remember that stone slabs is a good thing to scan for, because the room that has all their junk, their sarcophagus or what have you, or maybe it was obsidian. I think there might be an obsidian wall that leads to them. Well, I have some obsidian with me, so if this is too noisy, we'll try for obsidian. Okay, so I don't use a lot of slabs, so we'll see what that looks like. So now let's teleport back. Monsters should be despawned, and hopefully the place is pretty lit up now, so hopefully we won't be facing much fight. Nothing should be too tough down there. The only ones that are sort of annoying are there's some ball and chain goblins that are pretty resistant to like swords, but you can whack them with a pickaxe pretty easily. Aha! I think that's the pattern I'm looking for right down there. I think those are the sarcophagi of the bosses. Maybe. Yeah, I think this is the boss room. I think that's the boss spawner. And I think those are the bosses. Die, die, die. And was that it already? We got some. So there you go, these stone slabs that cover their graves make it easier to figure out where they are. How's that for a speed run? And then here's our loots. I might come back and do more stuff here. So the other thing you can search for is obsidian if you have a scanner, and look for this arch. This is actually a pretty big wall. I'm going to vein mine it just because, hey, free obsidian. So as you can see, it's a pretty big chunk of obsidian. So that's another thing that you can scan for to help you find where the phantom knights are that we just whooped. And there's more. So I'm trying to think, what's after the Phantom Knights? So this should open up the ability to go to the center of the Dark Forest. And the center of the Dark Forest is... Oh man, I think this Obsidian covers their whole area. I'm going to go ahead and pause here and clean this up because Obsidian is annoying to make and stuff. So hey, if I can have a free few stacks of Obsidian, I'm going to take it. Then when we come back, we'll go to the center of the Dark Forest and fight whatever's there. I've sort of spaced off what that might be. I think there's some big tower that we got to go into. I'm sure I'll remember when I see it. Oh, the top is... I think there's an Ghast at the top of it. So that should be exciting. So we'll be back in a moment for the Ghast. Okay, so I collected a whole bunch of obsidian that was lining the walls of the Phantom Knight area. And then I used my brown magic bind point on my hatchet to get back to our base, which is really close to the edge of this forest. And now we're flying to the center of the forest to go get ourselves an Ghast. Now the Ghast has this all sorts of fancy things that you got to do in theory to make it vulnerable. There's a gas trap that you can attract, or you can catch the baby ones in, and it zaps the big Ghast, and etc. etc. I've never had to do that because usually I'm tough enough by the time I come here that I can sort of whoop the Ghast in a fair fight. And I'm assuming that's going to be the case this time as well. So something's shooting at me. Got a circle. This is so high up in the air that I got a circle while I use let my squid ring recharge till we get high enough. I think we're almost there. All right, so here we go. So this is a gas trap, so there's this little thing where you provide power to this or whatever, and it captures little ghasts and et cetera, et cetera. I think we're going to be able to, unless this is harder than I expect, we're going to be able to just, as soon as it appears from that mob spawner, we're going to one-shot it. And there you go. So we didn't have to deal with all of the catching the little guys. So I think they spawn in the little rooms like one at a time, and you can... How rude. Makes a little noise, yada yada. I'm gonna go get those easy gas tiers though. Say, why not? But yeah, oops. Yikes, that's annoying. But yeah, so basically this is often broken. So sometimes people bring redstone and you fix this and you light this up and those little gas get caught, and then that shoots a beam at and damages, I think, the big gas that we one-shotted, and yada yada. we ain't got to play that noise. I think I'm going to light this up to just see if we spawn another 3 little ghasts in the other room. I can do without that noise. 4 little ghasts. Alright, not that big of a deal. I'm just going to grab some easy ghast tears. But here we go. Quest Fiery Tears. Done. And I think while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and... Whoa. I'm going to go ahead and come down here and... Assassins! Twink. Steal some of this stuff. I don't know if I need any of this stuff. But I'd rather grab it and not need it than need it and not grab it. Oh, hello. Plagued dampening. I don't know what its superpower was, but see if my Cure Effects does something for that. Hey, there we go. Wand to the rescue. Then we can greater heal. Ooh. And then, just to show how little I care about the situation, we're going to have a candy cane. Because that's the way we roll. Alright, so we're going to steal a little of this stuff. Again, I don't know if I need it, but I'd rather steal it and not need it than vice versa. And it is opening up another chapter or 2, so that's cool. Free pistons. I like free pistons. Carbonite reactor. Again, don't know what it is, but I'd rather take it and not need it. Yada yada. There's probably another room just like this down here. Oh, no you don't. Let's steal this stuff real quick too. Frames and all, what the heck? If I'm gonna go murder hobo, I might as well do it full style. So now we should be able to go, what's next? Is it the snowy areas? I think it's the snowy areas. So that would mean Yetis and then the Snow Princess. Alright. I think that's enough looting. So more stuff. Didn't I loot this already? Apparently not. Alright, so I think what we're up to next is, did I actually pick up the stuff down here? Or did I just drag it along with my magnet? Alright, looks like we're good. Let's see. Where is the snowy area? Let's see, we done the Naga, we done the Lich King, we done the swamp, we done the Dark Forest. I think it's time for snow. And snow, I think we want to go here-ish. So let's go ahead and get up here. And then get up here. And which direction was that again? This away, roughly. Oh, that's a long way down. What's that? Oh, that's the top of a dragon, underground dragon thing. It's so weird to see those underground dragon structures up on ground level here and in the beneath. Makes it great for hunting stage 4 and 5 dragons, though. I should go ahead and hatch our dragon. And make some fire dragon steel. Alright, so that hill right there should have our Yeti in it. Shoop. And there's no blizzard, so we're in the right place. Are these guys hostile to start with? Apparently not. I don't know if we need to... Ooh, there's a thing. I should keep my dang wand out. Zapped it. Yay, I got some more ectoplasm finally. Oh, we got a boss over there. Dampening, good. What I was starting to say was, I'm not sure if we need to make any Yeti armor as part of a quest, but just in case, we will go ahead and slaughter all these guys and collect some Yeti fur. And so that they don't get in the way when we're fighting their boss. There's lots of them. And we're almost close enough to the mob spawner. This should about be the boss. There he is. And he does not seem to want to be affected by... Did not seem to want to be affected by my projectiles. But a swift sword to the gut seemed to do the trick. Now let's hoover up all of this Yeti fur we collected. I'm not seeing lots of Yeti fur. There's some. There's some more. come back here with my loot. Oh, hello. Cough that up, you crow. I don't think that turning into a scarecrow is going to scare me. Alright. I think it's about time to consider this place well and truly hoovered. So now we can go after the... Let's just get up here in the air where we can take a look around. Put this stuff away. Yeti fur, 63 Arctic fur, so that's good. Alpha Yeti fur, 9. We'd have to kill more Alpha Yetis if it wants us to make anything out of that. Alright. Should get my glider out before I go way up in the air like this. Glider, glider. So now we're going to go to the glacier in the center of the snowy forest. Penguins! And we're going to go way up top here. And try and find the Snow Princess. Or Snow Queen, or whatever it is she's called. Again, I can only get so much lift before my squid ring poops out. So we gotta coast and then go up, and then coast and go up. So I apologize, but this will take a moment. Penguins. Did we make it to the top? Alright, we are at a top. So now we got to figure out exactly where she is. Is she in here? Hello, princess. Anyone home? There's a little something. Whoa, what the heck was that noise all about? I don't know if this is her room or not. I think not, but let's pop on down and see what we got here. If nothing else, we got some of this. What's that? An ice bomb, Arctic jacket, an ice bow. Assassin! Die. I do not think this is her tower. Perhaps she is over here. Hello, anybody home? Whoa. Alright, this does not also does not appear to be her home. Let's examine this situation a bit more closely. So we've looked in these two. She's probably more in the center, so we probably need to go down here, maybe? Whoa, infested. Fantastic. That looks like a job for chain lightning. Zap. Alrighty. So I think she might be below us, maybe? I don't know. I need to figure out a cheat for finding her. It's only the second or third time I've done this, so still not exactly sure how to find her. I'm certainly not going to walk up through all this mess. Yeah, this is not it, obviously. Whoa. There was something. Not even really remembering what her room looks like, to be honest. Although I'll know it when I get a boss bar. Alright, this is not it. This is payback for the super quick phantom dudes. Okay, where else have I not looked? There's definitely some stuff going on in there. What's going on down there? There's some sort of critter down there. Not anymore. Don't remember this being so hard. Okay, once again, she's probably somewhere in the middle-ish. Maybe I'm just way too high up in the air. Trying this tower. getting loots. I'm going to go ahead and pause this, clean out my inventory, and find the queen, and then I'll start it back up. Alright, and the Snow Queen boss bar just popped up, so I think I'm finally in the right spot. So let's go ahead and get some of this out of the way. Oh, hey, and there she is. And she's dead. Right in the middle of a snowbank. Alright, so we got her stuff and the seeker bow. Geez, we have 20 stuff to claim. Let's go ahead and did I get everything I wanted out of here? Looks like. So her room was the only room that had glowstone in it, so I'm going to try and make a mental note to myself to next time I will scan for glowstone to see if I can find her a little faster amongst all these towers. Hers was also the biggest square, so all of these ones that were a little smaller in perimeter were not hers. So that's how I finally found her. Was I was working my way through all of these, and then finally realized that this one, even though it was considerably lower in altitude, was the biggest square. And so I came over and checked it, and boom. Alrighty, so let's just take a look at this real quick. We got Snow Queen. A bag of holding, cool. And we got Night Phantoms, Obsidian water walking boots. Interesting. And we got an Ghast, wizard robes. And we got an Alpha Yeti. Potato knishes. What was that challenge I did? Was that specifically for potato knishes, or obtain 1 or 2 rare gourmet foods prepared by a rat chef? Alright. Sweet. I'll take that. So what else did we get? We got Phantom helmet. Rocket pants. And we got fiery tears. And a mask of bliss, one of our mousy buddies. And Alpha Yeti fur. Anvil backpack. Alright. Doesn't sound comfortable. And Snow Queen. A player launcher. Sounds dangerous. The Seeker bow. More wizard robes. Alright, so there's more stuff to get. So we'll have to maybe come back for this. 4 times vanishing block. Alright, so I can craft these. I didn't pick vanishing blocks up in particular. I'm not sure you even can, but I can craft them with the stuff that I got. So I'm glad I picked up some of that stuff in the Ghast Tower. Nightly stuff. We might have to track down more Phantom Knights to get all that junk. Fiery plate we might be able to just make. With the fiery tears. So yeah, looks like we're doing good here. Hydra chop. I'll have to go through and get all the extra stuff we can get. And might have to kill a few more things. But one of the main things we were doing this for is if we hit uses for the Snow Queen trophy, you can make an angel ring. So now all I got to do is remember to look up what a ring of dispersion is and where I can get it. It's a between lands thing. But that's the only piece. I mean, I can't make gold crystals and osmium crystals now, but I know how to make them, and we just need to make a bunch of mechanism machines to get them, if I recall correctly. So that would be, yeah, chemical crystallizer. Chemical crystallizer of a clean gold slurry, so then we need a chemical washer, And then we need a dissolution chamber and an infuser, yada yada. So this is all the stuff you use in ore quintupling for mechanism. So this is definitely stuff that we can make. So really all we need to do is figure out what this ring of dispersion is. So I'm going to pause here and find out what that is, and then check how much runtime we have left. If we have time, I might try and use, is it the maze breaker that lets me break the big obsidian that lets me do some more progression stuff? I'm not sure. I'll check. Be right back. Alright, so the Ring of Dispersion is a boss reward, it looks like, for killing the some sludge critter from Heck in the Between Lands, in some Between Lands dungeon. So we're going to have to head to the Between Lands and try and kill that boss and get that ring. Take a look at the view here. Cool. So we do have some spare time left in this one. I'm going to go ahead and I think the obsidian thing that we want to break is underneath this glacier. So I'm going to go, and I think we need the maze breaker to get it. So I'm going to go get that out of the bank and then come back here and we'll check that out. Be right back. Okay, looking back through stuff, looks like we're probably going to have to, like, I think these come from the Lich King also, so we're probably going to have to hit the Lich King some more times. We're probably going to have to hit the Hydra a couple more times to get enough fiery blood for this stuff. I think that was from the Hydra. Whatevs. And we gotta get whatever this is, which I can't make it, so I guess I just need to hope I get it. Seems a little odd. And then, so the final part that I've never done, it doesn't take the maze breaker, so we need to get magic beans as drops from trolls or from chests in the Twilight Forest. And then we need to grow a beanstalk to get to the armored giants. And then the armored giants will drop a lamp of cinders, and I think that will get us into some final tower. So there are a few quests for that type of stuff. There's the lamp of cinders here. I'm not sure where the tribo drops, but maybe there, and maybe from armored giants or what have you. And then also there is a bounty for armored giants. So we got a bounty for cave trolls and for armored giants. However, that seems like, pardon me, I have to clear my throat. But that is sounding like it might take some farming for some magic beans and to get some stuff done there. So I think we're going to stop here on the Twilight Forest, give that a rest. We did do a lot of quests there, so now we're up to almost 35,000 in coins, quest coins. Put some more stuff away that we got. And we need to kill some more Yetis and do some more stuff in general to wrap this up. We need more nightly, we need a nightly shield, need some more fiery blood, need some more scepters, need some more Alpha Yeti fur to make the Yeti jacket. I had enough Alpha Yeti fur for a helm, but now we need the jacket. So we got some more stuff to do, but that's mostly just coin mongering, which I don't really care that much about. I'm going to grab coins when I can, just in case I need them for something. But on the whole, I'm not too worried about it. So we put a nice dent in the Twilight Forest over the last couple episodes, so that's cool. So now, this is all backfilled for oxygen and stopped. And backfilled and filled and filled. So everything is sort of stopped running here, which is fine. I don't think we're going to have all the calcium sulfate we need, so I might cannibalize some of this stuff. I'm just going to leave it all in place for now, but we might cannibalize that. So let's go ahead and see if we can make this. Did I make a thing for it? Let's see. Molly. Let's grab some of these and reassign them. I do not think I will need another crystallizer, so let's pull that out as Airtel. I'm not, I don't know how to pronounce the name, but as a person commented in the last video, instead of overwriting these things here by putting them in here and then writing a new thing onto them, you can just have them in your hand and shift right click, and that turns them into blank patterns. So that's cool. Then you could put them back in your stack. Oops, or put them back in your ME system if you're not careful. So that's handy, and we're going to go ahead and what am I doing here? We want a diffusion core. So let's go ahead and throw this in here, and fusion. Alright, so that's all the stuff it's got to do to make it. Let's get it started. And then the other things that we're going to need are, we're going to need at nuclear craft, we're going to need spacers. Or not. What are those called? Connectors, maybe? Yeah, some of these. And we're going to need at nuke electromagnets. I like to use the transparent ones so I can see the pink plasma in our fusion reactor. So let's go ahead and do that. And might as well do the connector now. Do that. And we're also going to need nuke cool, empty cooler, active fluid cooler. I think it's the active fluid cooler that I want. Let's get that out. And is this the thing I want? Must be adjacent to a blah blah blah. No, that's not the thing I want. I want a water supply. Yeah, this thing. I think the initial one is probably good enough to I can always hook up a sink instead. And let's go ahead and do the second tier one. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and load all this stuff up. So connectors and magnets and active fluid coolers, infinite water source, and the compact infinite water source. How we doing? Oh, we're done with fusion core. Yes, we have our fusion core. Sweet. And now let's make, I gotta figure out how big I want this. Might as well make a big one, because hey, why not, right? Let's see. We want one of these. No, we're going to want two of those. And we're missing 61 coal. That can't be right. Fortunately, we have a little bit of coal in our dank mill. And then we need buckets of water. Just going to go ahead and make a bunch of bucket of water and throw it in there. Not the simplest way, well, it's not the most effective way of doing it, but it is fairly simple. Alright, so now water, craft 2 of those. Oop, it needs 21. Alrighty then, be that way. What happens if I do that? Still missing buckets. Alright, well I might just make those by hand. Anyway, you guys don't need to sit and watch me make stuff. So basically, however big we decide to make the toroid, the big square of plasma around this thing, will determine how much of the how long of a connector string we'll need. So basically, from the 3x3 fusion core, you have like one of these going in each of the cardinal directions. A row of one of these going in each direction, north, south, east, and west. And the longer you make it, then the bigger the toroid of electromagnets around your fusion core is, and the more power you make, and the more crazy things get. So I got to see how big I want to make one, and then I got to figure out where I want to put it. I am trying to respect nuclear craft radioactivity issues and radiation issues. So I want to try and put it somewhere away from my base, because I'm not sure if the fusion creates radioactivity. None of the fuels that I plan on using, like deuterium, or maybe any of those other things, appear to be a problem, but I'm still not exactly sure. So just to be safe, I want to build it somewhere else. So that's what I'm going to do in between this episode and next. I'm going to figure out how big of a nuclear craft fusion reactor I want to build, and figure out a place for it, and then maybe create a place for it, and then craft a bunch of stuff, and we'll start setting that up so we can get some real power going up in here. Anyway, that's it for now. I will talk to you next time. Bye.